Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video I thought I'd do show you 10 horror movies from my own personal collection, which I highly recommend that you add to your own collection now. Most of these movies I'd like to bet you haven't heard of, but I've got a couple of DVDs here and I've got a couple of Blu-rays, as I say, from my own personal collection. Okay then guys, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So the first one I'd like to show you is, now if you like horror movies set on airplanes, horror in the aviation industry, I think you might derive a lot of enjoyment from this one. This has got two titles actually. One's Flight of the Living Dead, and its most famous title is Playing Dead. So there you go, guys. Fantastic story set on a passenger liner where a zombie outbreak occurs. Real gory scenes in this one, and all the crew are attacked and that, turned into zombies and that. Real carnage and that, in the air. This is one of my all-time favourite zombie movies, guys. So as I say, if you love your horror movies with an aviation theme, you might like to check out Playing Dead, otherwise known as Flight of the Living Dead. Just look at that cover, guys. Yeah. So there you go. That's the first one. Next one up is, now this is a very, very rare movie. I have actually done a review of this quite some time ago. It's a foreign language movie. I think it's set in France. On Synapse Films label from 2009, and that's a movie called The Night of Death. Fantastic movie this, guys. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. You get it added to your collection. Really enjoyable movie. There's something strange going on at Deadlock House, a secluded French retirement home. The residents seem like nice people, but employees are disappearing and the whole place seems a bit odd. The boarders are vegetarian. The house director plays the same creepy tune on the piano over and over again, and one man in particular seems overly violent and aggressive. Unfortunately for Martine, the new staff nurse, she's about to discover the horrifying secrets of Deadlock House. A secret so evil she may not live to see the dawn. As night falls, something evil walks the hallways, something with the taste of blood and human flesh. So there you go, guys. Fantastic foreign movie set in France. That is Night of Death. Really enjoyed this one. Night of Death. Next one up is, now this stars one of my all-time favourites, American actresses, Courtney Thorne-Smith, who is most famous for a role as Georgia Thomas and Ally McBeal. She used to be in another series as well, before she went into Ally McBeal. I forget the name of it, but I'll probably put a thing up there, guys. Just as it was a popular American series and that, yeah. But in this one, she plays a real psychopath, and it's a movie called Midwest Obsession. It's supposed to be based on a true story. Real psychopath she is in this. Yeah, most evil role she's played, Courtney Thorne-Smith. Drop-dead gorgeous dairy princess Cheryl Davis, played by Courtney Thorne-Smith, is determined to get her man, and no one fits her profile for the perfect husband better than the handsome cowboy Kevin Reese. Even the fact that Kevin has a steady girlfriend, the quiet and charming Beth, does nothing to curb Cheryl's dream of romance. Using cunning manipulation and a lethal sexuality, she succeeds in separating the couple and claims Kevin for her own, even threatening suicide if he fails to return her love. But Kevin soon wearies of Cheryl's near psychotic affection. He breaks off the relationship and returns to Beth. Deprived of the man she seems destined to marry, an unstable Cheryl unleashes a devious plot to kill her rival. So there you go, guys. If you like a good horror thriller, check out Midwest Obsession. I think this has got another title as well. I can't remember it now, but this is its main title, guys. And as I say, Courtney Thorne-Smith is fantastic playing this psychopath. So there you go, guys. That is Midwest Obsession. Fantastic movie. And that was from 1995, Midwest Obsession. Next up, now this stars one of my all-time favourite horror stars, the late great Lon Chaney Jr., who of course is my all-time favourite Wolfman, and made in black and white, and it was from, it also stars Jack Hedley and Jill Dixon, from 1964, and that's a movie called Witchcraft. Lon Chaney Jr. is fantastic in it, as he, as he is in all of his movies. He plays a descendants of this family who are into witchcraft, and when the grave of one of his ancestors is desecrated, by a construction company, he just basically loses his top and that, and all hell breaks loose. So if you like a good, scary 1960s supernatural horror thriller, check out Witchcraft, guys. Highly recommended. I hope to upgrade this actually to the Blu-ray. Yeah. Lon Chaney Jr. in one of his last acting roles. Witchcraft is a superb British horror film directed by Don Sharp. Curse of the Fly, Curse of the Vampire. During the 17th century, the Lanier family buried a Whitlock woman alive as a witch to take over the Whitlock estates. Despite a bitter hatred, two descendants of the warring Lanier and Whitlock families, Amy and Todd, decide to marry. But when Bill Lanier, played by Jack Hedley, begins to renovate the old Whitlock estate, a bulldozer overturns headstones and churns up graves in the old Whitlock cemetery. Rising from an open grave, the buried witch Vanessa Whitlock, and here she is, guys. This is a great one. This, if you like movies with witches and that coming back from the dead, you'll highly love Witchcraft. Highly recommend this one from 1964. Next up, now this stars Anthony Perkins, who of course was most famous for playing Norman Bates in the Psycho movies. But this is, a lot of people don't know about this movie. I didn't know about it until I started scouting the internet, like looking for their horror movies and that. But this also stars Dee Wallace, R. Lee Emery, and Madchen Amick, and it was made in 1990. And it's all about this red dress that's haunted, and it's called I'm Dangerous Tonight. So if you love horror movies, with their creepy haunted objects, there's Anthony Perkins there. He plays like a college professor. Got a great twist to it, this as well, guys. I'm Dangerous Tonight. This is one of his lesser known movies. It hasn't got the reversible artwork. It's just got the same one. But as I say, if you like Anthony Perkins and haven't seen I'm Dangerous Tonight, I highly recommend that you check this out. It's a fantastic movie, and as I say, it's got a great twist, a lovely picture quality on this Blu-ray as well. So there you go, guys. That is I'm Dangerous Tonight, starring the late great Anthony Perkins. Next up, now if you're a Paul Naschy fan, and if you've got all or most of his movies, you might have seen this one. But if you haven't, can highly recommend your add it to your collection. It was made in 1982. It's a Spanish production, and it also stars Julia Saley, Lola Gayos, and Sylvia Miro, and it's called Panic Beats. Lovely cover, guys. Panic Beats. I really enjoyed this one. Spanish horror legend Paul Naschy wrote, directed, and stars in this dark and macabre tale of lust, betrayal, and ghostly vengeance. Naschy plays a descendant of the Alaric Damana character, first seen in his 1973 film Horror Rises from the Tomb. Desperate to salvage his crumbling financial empire, Paul Monarch Naschy decides to kill his heiress wife Guinevere, played by Julia Saley. He enlists the help of a sexy and ambitious younger woman, Julie, played by former Miss Spain, Frances Onadivia. Unfortunately, one murder is not enough to satisfy Julie's bloodlust and greed. As the corpses pile up, he heads for a confrontation with an ancient and unstoppable evil. So there you go, guys. Fantastic Paul Naschy movie from 1982, and that is Panic Beats. Highly recommended if you love Paul Naschy. Panic Beats. Next up, now if you love movies, guys, like The Shining, with a snowy setting, you might derive a lot of pleasure from this one. This stars Roddy McDowell and Mary Steenburgen. Set in the winter, real snowy scenes in this one are called, appropriately enough, Dead of Winter. This is the one of the slasher collections, as you can see. Helped by the legendary Arthur Penn, Bonnie and Clyde, Little Big Man, and starring Academy Award winner Mary Steenburgen, Dead of Winter is a seasonable suspenser par excellence. Loosely inspired by the 1945 classic My Name is Julia Ross, this 80s update presents Steenburgen as an aspiring actress who is laid out to a country retreat in Canada in ice-cold weather to audition for a well-paid dream job. Unfortunately for her, though, a sinister plan is being unravelled around her, which will culminate in entrapment, torment, torture, and a blood-curdling revelation. So there you go, guys. Dead of Winter, starring the late, great Roddy McDowell. Fantastic movie. And as I say, if you like your horror movies set in the snow, this is from 1987, I guarantee you will love Dead of Winter. Next up, now this was one of the first ever movies, guys, I rented out when I got my video recorder in January 1986. Really enjoyed this one, and you know, every time I watch it, it evokes some nostalgic memories, as I say, of when I first got me, got my first VHS, and I joined my first video rental library. It's from 1982. It's described as a shocking tale of horror that takes you beyond fear, and that is a movie called One Dark Night. Fantastic slipcover, guys. This is a great one, this, it really is. And there's the original artwork, guys. That was what I first saw and went to the video library way back in January 1986. Instantly attracted my attention, you know. And but yeah, I'll just read you the back of it, guys, just to give you some idea if you're not familiar with it. 3 years before he shocked slasher fans senseless with his classic sequel, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, director Tom McLaughlin was launching his career in fear with One Dark Night, 1983, an unheralded horror gem that has finally unleashed courtesy at the 88 Vault collection. Telling a terrifying tale of some teenagers who opt to spend the night in a morgue, but awake a demonic force that takes none too kindly to trespassers, One Dark Night has not been seen in the UK since the VHS era. However, this colourful bout of 80s carnage is back to frighten the new generation, and with a leading lady turn from the beautiful Meg Tilly from Psycho 2. Is it any wonder this decade-defining ghost story has never been forgotten by those who first encountered its eerie charms? So there you go, guys. That's the synopsis for the 1982 shocker, One Dark Night. Real creepy scenes, and I love the part where they lock it in the vaults and that, with all, you know, with all the coffins and that, and oh yeah, and I won't tell you what happens, guys. It's really creepy. Not the sort of film you can watch it on your own at the dead of night. So there you go, guys. This has fond memories for me, as I say, when I got my first video recorder in 1986, and that is One Dark Night. Excellent movie. Next up. Now, if you like Roman Polanski, you most probably already got this in your collection. But if you haven't, I'd recommend it to you highly. This is on the Criterion label, and it deals with psychological disorders and that, you know, and murder. And it stars the lovely Catherine Deneuve from 1965 in black and white. And that is a movie called Repulsion. Now, this is a real roller coaster ride. There's a guaranteed, guys, it does start off a little bit slow, but it builds up and builds up. It's more of a character-driven story, and I really enjoyed this one. Roman Polanski followed up his international breakthrough, Knife in the Water, with his controversial, chilling tale of psychosis. Catherine Deneuve is Carol, a fragile, frigid young beauty cracking up in her London flat when left alone by a vacationing sister. She is soon haunted by spectres real and imagined, and her insanity grows to a violent, hysterical pitch. Thanks to its disturbing detail and Polanski's adeptness at turning claustrophobic space into an emotional minefield, Repulsion is a surreal, mind-bending odyssey into personal horror, and it remains one of cinema's most shocking psychological thrillers. And this has got some great special features here, guys, if you want to freeze your cameras, including a commentary by Roman Polanski himself. Love Repulsion, and as I say, if you like your 1960s psychological horrors, yeah, this is more of a psychological horror than an out-and-out blood and gore. I've got a nice little booklet to show you guys. There's Catherine Deneuve as the mentally disturbed lady. But it's a great movie, this, it really is. But I'd say it does start off a bit slow, but stick with it, and that, you know, it builds up to a terrifying climax, it really does. But Roman Polanski was really on the money when he made this movie, Repulsion, you know, lovely Catherine Deneuve. But yeah, guys, I would rank this among, you know, my favourite Roman Polanski films. I'd rank this right up there with Dance of the Vampires, you know. But yeah, if you haven't seen Repulsion and you love your 1960s psychological horror movies, check it out now, Repulsion, directed by Roman Polanski. And last but by no means least, guys, we return to a supernatural theme here. And this is all about a lady who she stopped at nothing to resurrect a dead son, and even to the point of seeking the help of a rather dodgy occultist who's into all grimoires and that, you know, resurrecting the dead. Now this is from 2016, and it stars where are we? Catherine Walker, who plays the main female protagonist, and the paranormal expert is played by Steve Oram from Sightseers, and that's a movie called A Dark Song. Yeah, all about resurrecting the dead and stopping at nothing to resurrect the dead. But this is a brilliant one, this, guys. It really is, you know. And it just shows you, it deals with themes of grief, loss, you know, and supernatural, you know, very much supernatural, you know. And what this woman goes through to try and resurrect her son, and that she has to partake in all of these rituals. She has to fast and that, not eat any food and that. Oh yeah, really. And the occultist, like, he's a rather unlikable character, because he starts shouting his head off at her when she doesn't keep to the ritual and that. You know, he's a real nasty piece of work. But yeah, guys, if you like your movies like Pet Sematary, movies like that deal with the resurrection of the dead, check out A Dark Song. It's a great one, this. I'll just read you the synopsis anyway before I close the video. Two broken souls or unholy alliance. Grieving Sophia, Catherine Walker, despairs over the tragic loss of her murdered son. Desperate to somehow make contact with the boy she has lost, Sophia believes her prayers are answered when she crosses paths with the reclusive Joseph, played by Steve Oram. An expert in the occult, Joseph reluctantly agrees to aid Sophia through a series of dark and forbidden rituals in order to bring her child back to the world of the living. Pushed to her physical and psychological breaking points, Sophia and Joseph make a disturbing descent into the most depraved corners of black magic. The debut feature from rising horror auteur Liam Gavin, A Dark Song, sustains an air of quiet creeping dread, tensely building towards a confrontation with evils unknown to our earthly bounds. So there you go, guys. That's the last movie I'd like to show you in this list, and that is A Dark Song. Fantastic movie. As I say, if you like movies that deal with resurrecting the dead, you're going to get a lot of pleasure out of this one. Yeah, so there you go, from 2017. But as I say, he's a real unlikable guy is. Yeah, he really hates him. Yeah. Okay then, guys, that's it. So that rounds the video up. Have you already got some of these movies? Let me know what you think of them in the comments down below. I'd like to let's get a good discussion going about some of these movies. But yeah, guys, you know, as I say, if you haven't got them, highly recommend the add them into collection. I enjoyed them anyway, you know. But as I always say, you know, this is just my opinion. You know, I don't profess to be an arbiter of what you should watch or what you shouldn't watch. This is just my opinion. You know, everybody differs. That's what makes it so good. You know, so exciting. Being you know, movie buff, like different opinions and that. You know. Okay then, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well, I should be back again very, very soon with another video. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed watching this video, guys, you might like to check out my website at www.alantoner.com. You'll be able to find out a little bit more about my work as a writer and all the books I have published to date. Thanks for watching.